stop. You feel me? And I feel like he's going to be a good key addition to the Ravens because we need another edge rusher. We need somebody that can get home to the quarterback. And that person is Kyle Van Noy, yo. If you don't know who Kyle Van Noy is, man, let's get introduced to the guy a little bit. You feel me? Kyle Van Noy is one hell of a edge rusher. You feel me? And I think he's going to do justice. And I know a lot of people is probably thinking like, man, we got another old head as coming in for the Ravens, man. And don't get me wrong, yes, I kind of thought the same thing too. I was like, man, we need some fresh legs, need some young juice back there. But our young fresh legs and juice is pretty much on, will not be playing. But you know, before I get ahead of myself, man, before I get there, let's talk about Kyle Van Noy, man. And like I said, his last stop was with the Chargers, and with the Chargers, he was able to combine for 46 tackles, 16 assisted, five sacks. Pretty decent, you know. I mean, not nothing that you know you feel like wow, but hey, them 5 sacks, man, can be added on to what the Ravens needed because remember last week, Kyle Hamilton, who is our safety, led us in sacks. You know what I mean? If I'm not mistaken, I believe that our DBs are leading us in sacks this year. So we need somebody that can bring some pressure. And don't get me wrong, Kyle Van Noy should be able to bring some pressure. But he's like a 2-time Super Bowl champion, so he knows what it takes to actually win games and go deep into the season, going to the postseason. So bringing on Kyle Van Noy will be a great key addition because, like I said, the last dude that we felt like was old and was kind of out of his prime a little bit was Houston. And we seen what Houston was able to do for us in the organization, man. Houston was most definitely he had like 10 sacks last year before we let him go, man. And I kind of wish we would have brought him back, but Kyle Van Noy is going to have to do this shit because he's rocking Houston old number, wearing that number 50 this year. So I'm thinking that Kyle Van Noy with the Jadeveon Clowney, those two can really set that edge, and I feel like it's really going to do some good things on that edge, man. Because, like I said, since Clowney has came to the Ravens, he has been in quarterback pressures on the team, number 1. Quarterback touches on the quarterback, he's coming in number 1. And the most defensive snaps, I believe he's coming in number 3. So we getting the most uses out of Clowney. And now I feel like if we put another big name or another star name on the opposite side of Clowney, man, that I feel like this edge rush can get somewhere. You feel me? And we most definitely got to get to Watson in this game because we can't let Watson get loose. We can't let Watson do anything. So Chris Van Noy has been signed to the practice squad. I'm pretty sure that he will not be playing this week against the Cleveland Browns. We can most definitely use him next week against the Steelers, but that's another episode for later in life. You feel me? But I feel like Van Noy is going to be a good key addition, man. Like I said, he has the great IQ of the game. He is a 2-time Super Bowl winning champ. And I'm hoping that he can stay healthy because that's been our major problem. And we only in week 4. It's that injury bug. It fucking bit us again, man. It's like, golly, what is it going to take for us not to keep getting bit by this injury bug, man? Because I feel like that this is one of the main reasons why we always we always dig ourselves into the hole and inside of a hole that it's hard for us to get out of. It's dealing with those injuries, man. So I'm hoping that Kyle Van Noy can come in, he can stay silent, he can stay healthy, and he can most definitely produce on that outside edge, man. I can't wait to see what he brings to the table when it comes to him adding on and him getting added on to the team, man. So can't wait to see how my guy does, man. And I'm hoping that he bring on some noise, man. So speaking and another reason why we had to sign Kyle Van Noy, man, it's like I said, the injury bug. Injury bug has bit us again. And these are the people who will not be playing this Sunday, man. It's some big names. Of course, we know Marlon Humphrey, who is very, very, very close to coming back. Hopefully we'll have him back next week, man, because I just seen a video clip that Marlon Humphrey was out there dancing around, showing that he got his feet back, is able to do it. So I'm pretty sure it's all about conditioning and getting him back into rotation.